What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap. And that was so devastating, disappointing. Golden opportunity for the Lakers to show out against a good team, like a really good team. We're talking about record-wise the best team in the East. And they did exactly what the media pundits expected them to do. They dropped the ball. It was disgusting, man. 128 to 106. What an embarrassing way for the Lakers to end this season. Everybody at Staples again deserve their money back. They have been getting embarrassed a lot lately. And we're going to get into it because I thought it was sick. But you know what really put me over the top this game? And I'm really biting my tongue because I'm not happy. Getting blown out 120 to 106, but most of that came in the fourth quarter, and we completely got smoked, man. Insane how little they care. And what ticked me off the most, I see Austin Reaves and Gabe Vincent chopping it up on the sidelines and laughing and smiling and having a good time when we're down 20. That's so ridiculous, man. That pisses me off. Does this team even care right now? The carelessness of this team really is frustrating. First and foremost, man, Luka Doncic, 8 turnovers. What the fuck are you doing, man? 8 turnovers for Luka Doncic? Are you kidding me? Instead of taking better care of the basketball, they got worse tonight. Credit to the Pistons for the defense. They were scrappy, they at times even dirty, but they did what they had to do. 5 turnovers for LeBron. Most of those came in the fourth. 8 turnovers for Luka Doncic. Disgusting, man. 9 for 22 is not going to cut it, man. It's not efficient enough. 6 for 17 is not going to cut it. 3 for 10 from 3-pointers for LeBron. It's not going to cut it. It's not efficient enough. This team makes me sick with their whack-ass fucking effort, man. I'm sick of this shit. They got to get better. Simply put, they got to play better, man. There's so many stats that just showcase how trash the Lakers were tonight. The turnovers, guys, the freaking turnovers, ridiculous. We talk about staying under 15 in the turnover department. We talk about that. But they had 21 fucking turnovers at home as if we were on the road or something. What's wrong with this fucking team? They can't play on the same page for some reason. Some of these passes LeBron was doing in the fourth quarter, he's literally throwing it to the defense. What are you doing, dog? Show me you don't care without showing me you don't care. Motherfucker smiling on the sideline, kikiing and ha-haing and all this bullshit. And we're getting embarrassed at home to end the new year. Happy New Year's, guys. Ridiculous, man. Freaking ridiculous. Yeah, hit the like button. We turn up the phone lines. But I'm just sick of this effort, man. Our stars have been very abysmal as of late. LeBron had a great game last game before that. Luka has been bad for the last couple of weeks, if I'm being honest. But it's just, it's not enough. Even with LeBron's good game, it's not enough. And for some reason, every time something special happens with LeBron, like his birthday or when he broke the scoring record or whatever, we lose the game. It's like a curse. It's like a curse, man. Here's what I see. Here's what I see from this team. It has fallen apart chemistry-wise. Guys don't care. Guys are in here to collect their stats. The fact that Luka was still out there within 5 minutes of the game when we're down 20 already and the game's over, it just shows me that they're just there to collect their stats. And JJ's there to suck up. What are you doing as a coach? They should have all been benched the moment they gave that game away in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes. I don't care if it's 8 minutes left. Put them all away. Don't let Luka get his 30. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of the stat padding bullshit, man. We don't care about that. We want wins. The Lakers now fall to 20 and 11. So 9 games over 500 to head into the new year. The thing is that we're proving the pundits and the critics. Yeah, we need trades for sure, LA Mamba, for sure. We're proving all these people right. They say that we can't play with anybody good. We can't run with anybody good. Here we go, proving them right. And all it took was 1 quarter for us to fall apart. That fourth quarter was an atrocity of epic proportions. That was our lowest scoring quarter in the fucking game. 18 points is all we scored, and we gave up 32. There's your ball game. First quarter, though, again, we keep getting off the slow starts. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this team. 36 to 30 first quarter, we lose that. Second quarter, we win by 1 point, 35 to 34. That was our best quarter in the game. Third quarter, we lost it by 3, 26 to 23. And then the fourth quarter, we got smoked on it, 32 to 18. We were down 8 heading into that fourth, and we got blown out by 22 points. In our house, in our fucking house. When are the Lakers going to wake up and play the right way? I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. 20 plus turnovers, guys. 20 plus turnovers and not enough assists. Yeah, we had 28, but the 20 turnovers, it just cancels a lot of these, bro. You can't have almost as many turnovers as you do have assists. So that negates what I said. I said over 25, but I didn't mean turnovers as well. I don't know, man. It's like they don't care. I was very, very disheartened to see one of my personal favorite players, Austin Reaves, having fun on the sideline when we're losing. Having fun on the sideline, smiling. Ain't shit funny to make you smile when you're down 20 in front of your home crowd. Ain't shit funny, Austin Reaves and Gabe Vincent. You guys aren't even playing. You're the last people that should be smiling. I don't know, man. Yeah, this era of basketball different, man. I don't know. That's not the standard we grew up watching, but I guess everybody can smile. And where's the consequences that JJ was talking about? We got to question his coaching as well. Where's the consequences that JJ Redick was talking about? Right now, he's looking like JJ pathetic. All right. 128 to 106. You still have LeBron and Luka. There's no excuses. I don't care if Austin's out. I don't care who else is out. It's insane. It's just insane, man. The Pistons just dominance was evident, man. The dominance was evident, man. Points in the paint. Pistons 74 to 44. A 30-point difference in the paint. That's the mark of a soft-ass, weak-ass, bitch-ass team. 74 to 44, 30-point difference? Y'all got steamrolled by the younger Pistons, man. Who's the team with experience here? Who's the team that got Marcus Smart and LeBron, the vets? Who's the team with experience? Fast break points, man. Lakers had 12. The Pistons had 31. 31 points. 19-point difference there. Points off of turnovers. Here's the most stupidest stat that pissed me off the most. 26 for the Pistons, points off of turnovers. 1 point for the Lakers. 25-point differential. We never had a shot in this game. We thought we were close, but we weren't. Bench points. Bench points. 67 for the Pistons. 34 for the fucking Lakers, man. 33-point difference right there. What is this team doing, man? Seriously, JJ, you got to get your head out of your ass. Play the Young Bucks, all right? Play the Young Bucks. I'm talking that dude Thero got to get burned too. We're getting steamrolled regardless. Might as well get something out of it. Yeah, bro, they were throwing the ball over the places they don't care, bro. It's pathetic. They need to wear a sign that says, we don't give a fuck. That way Laker fans don't tune in and definitely don't spend their hard-earned money when they're going to come out like this. They got to put a fucking sign on their forehead that says, we don't give a fuck. IDGAF. Simple as that. You ain't got to curse. Put the fucking sign on your forehead, LeBron, Luka, and everybody else. You're wasting people's time here, man. That's how y'all want to end the year? Leave us with a bad taste in our mouth? You're still 9 games over 500. That's going to evaporate. You keep playing like dog shit like this. It sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. I've been trying to stay calm all year. I haven't blown up all year, man. I've been really calm about this shit because it's a long season. But, man, what really put me over the top is seeing Austin Reaves just smiling over here, man. He's smiling on the sideline. What joke could he possibly be telling when you're down fucking 21 points, Austin? That's the type of shit that'll get you traded right there. That's some D'Angelo Russell bullshit right there. That's that type of shit right there that'll get you traded. Keep it up. Disgusting, man. Disgusting. And, we're about to find out what Mark Walter's all about. If he's having fun and kikiing and ha-ha, I doubt it. All right? Trade deadline around the corner. We're going to see who survives that shit and who doesn't. We're going to see. We're going to see who the fuck survives the shit and who doesn't. Appreciate the super chat. My guy Jordan, I know you were pissed. You were pissed off too. We were over there watching it over there on playback. It wasn't much of a party. It was more of a fucking funeral, the way the Lakers came out to play. He said, I'm not mad because we genuinely tried to be tying it up versus the Rockets game. Detroit is just tough. We are not on their level like a real contender. We tried, though. I can't give them that pass. I appreciate Super Chat, bro. I can't give them that same pass you gave them because they were smiling, bro. Shouldn't be a single fucking smile. You got to take this embarrassment like a champ. You got to learn from it and grow from it. You're not going to grow if you're making jokes out of it. You know what I mean? It reminds me of the kid that's flunking out of math class But yeah, he's smiling when he's getting the grades handed to him that says F minus. And you're smiling. That tells me you don't give a flying fuck. And people can say it's not that serious. It's just a game. This so to some of us, this is our life, man. We love basketball. We take it serious. To LeBron, he accomplished everything he probably wanted to accomplish, so he's good. Austin, you ain't accomplished shit. You're the last person to be smiling. You haven't done shit, bro. All right, you having a nice season. Congratulations. You ain't accomplished squat. And I was gonna say go vote for Austin Reaves and all this and all that. I'm not even gonna promote that shit right now. Though you really pissed me off post game, man. You really fucking pissed me off post game. You don't end the year like that, man. Appreciate, Kimiko. 350 likes. I turn up the phone lines for sure if you guys want to chime in on this. We definitely aren't contenders this season. Right now, we're looking like a playing team right now. You know what I mean? Right now, we're looking worse than ever. We started the year right. Everything it's so unhinged right now, man. Everything's just falling off I don't know. Everything's breaking down for the Lakers at the worst time, y'all. At the worst time. It just sucks, man. We're lazy. We're careless. Luka, 8 turnovers. What the hell are you doing? How do you even turn the ball over 8 times, fam? You almost got a triple-double with turnovers, fam. How do you turn the ball over so many times? You almost have to actively be trying to throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing, Luka? You got to play better, bro. This haven't been the best 2 weeks as his Laker career. It'd probably be the worst 2 in his Laker career. I remember when we first acquired him, he was struggling to shoot, but he was doing everything else well and helping us to victories. Right now, he can't freaking hold on to the ball. He's turning it over left and right. LeBron, phenomenal game last game. And then this game, he comes out with 5 turnovers, man. Most of those in the 4th. Shooting like dog shit, settling for threes, 3 for 10 from beyond the arc. Why? Gotta be better, man. We gotta be better. Redick talked up, we're not gonna have, what did he say? We're not gonna have 51 more games like this. Motherfucker, you just had 1. What you gonna do now? What empty threats are you gonna say post game that we're not gonna care about? Because now you start to sound like Darvin. It's embarrassing, bro. And this was LeBron's birthday. I know he's not happy, but I'm definitely not happy seeing him smile like that. He said they're focused on LeBron's birthday? Nah, bro. This whole team came out here and played Matador defense. None of them. Bro, the Pistons figured out they could kill us in transition and turn us over and kill it. Credit to them. They played a more physical game than we did. And sometimes the refs don't let us play. I will say that, but it's not an excuse, man. Look, the plus minus tells you the whole story, all right? Marcus Smart was a minus 24 on the team. He had the worst plus minus tonight. 1 for 4 from the field. He had a turnover. He did have a 5 assist. All right. Jake LaRavia minus 18. 3 for 9 from the field. 3 for 9. 6 for 17 for LeBron. Minus 16 on the plus minus. Luka Doncic minus 15. 9 for 22. Not efficient enough. Right? The bench. We continue with the 9-man rotation. Okay. Nick Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, Maxi Kleber, and Jackson Hayes was the 9-man rotation until it was garbage time. I hate the 9-man rotation. Got to get rid of that garbage. Redick, got to get rid of that garbage, man. And then to everybody who said we can't compete, they're not on our level. We literally lost this entire game in 1 quarter. We were within striking distance, and the Lakers decided to lay it in. Then that's what pisses me all the way off, man. The standard used to be golden, man. The standard used to be golden. We didn't get blown out game after game. How many games have we got blown out since Rich Paul flapped his gums? How many games? Right? And that's not an excuse, but I'm telling you, this is the most blowouts of the season. The chemistry is falling apart. We're careless right now, man. And it sucks. It does suck to watch this. We're supposed to end the year off with a bang and potentially go into next year with 11 games over 500. Instead, now we're 9 games over 500. That's a 2-game difference. Yeah, we lost 1 game, but it's a 2-game difference. And in the Western Conference, I come back to bite you, man. Even if they get this correct, which I believe they can, but it's going to require a trade, man. The stench of losing is here again. These new generation of players are not don't have a competitive bone at all. I miss when we had Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown, Sasha, Trevor Ariza, all competing. We don't have that no more. Also, the coach that used to put him in that position. Also, the coach, man, Phil Jackson mattered. He will bring out the best out of everybody, the Zen master. She said, at least Hayes tried. Ayton is just soft AF. I'll be honest with you, sis. I think this entire team is soft AF, man. I know we got Marcus Smart, who was a dog. I know we got Vandal, but they haven't really fully rubbed off. I thought they were rubbing off earlier in the season. It looked that way. Jake was getting after it. And even to some extent, Jake played okay defensively tonight. But they pick and choose when they want to play, and that really pisses me off. I feel like they are all soft right now. They're taking the identity of their team leaders, which is LeBron and Luka. And them motherfuckers are leading the team softly. I need to see Luka and LeBron yelling at everybody, even at each other. I need to see the passion. I need to see the care. I want to see it. I don't care if the tabloids pick it up and the media and ESPN. I need to see that shit. That'll show me that they care. They're coming out here, man, like they don't give a flying fuck. All right, smiling and just giggling, man. Yeah, the spirit of D'Lo fucking infected Austin Reaves. Maybe they shouldn't have been so friendly with each other. Because he was always, I never thought I'd see Austin Reaves out here smiling. He used to care. I don't know what happened along the way. What's going on? Having a great time while we're down 21 plus. I'm going to give it to you straight, man. I didn't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Rob Pelinka, you on the hot seat, brother. You on the hot seat. You got to make this shit happen. This trade deadline. All right. And the way I'm going to gauge Mark Walter, the new ownership, is how they look this trade deadline and also how they look in the offseason. I'm going to just look at it collectively because it's still really early. Right. And they're still probably trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's what we're going to look at. That's what we're going to look at for sure. How they look in the offseason and how they look in the trade deadline. Two most important key dates for us. The February trade deadline and July again. Right? So I know a lot of people want Rob Pelinka out. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There's just so much, man. It starts from the top to the bottom. And that's bad. When people are having more fun watching the Saints and the Lakers, that's really bad. Let's see here. Luka gets on my nerves with the foul baiting. He'll drive, and if he doesn't hear the whistle, he passes instead of focusing on scoring. Yeah, he got to improve in that department, bro. Luka really got to improve in that department. He turns the ball over way too much for my liking. I know the refs sometimes follow the whistle and it's all bad, but you got to play through it, man. Luka got to play through it for sure. He hasn't had the best 2 weeks. But this team entirely is, to me, the tune-up game that I called the tune-up game, which was a couple of nights ago against the Kings, didn't really do anything for us, man. Yeah, it's been worse, man. It's been worse. DeFree says, this game required a lot of physicality and energy in order to match Detroit, and that's just not how the team plays nightly. And that's a problem. We got to fix that. We either need a facelift or a freaking retooling entirely, man. That's a huge problem for me. You know, to say that we got our bully just means we soft. Every loss this season has been a blowout. It's not just since Rich Paul and the Lakers close games and get blown out. Every loss, and I'm not kidding, every loss, they have 2 blowout wins by 20. Yeah, but just look at our track record since Rich Paul said what he said. We have barely a 500 record, barely. We have now lost 4 out of the last 5 since Rich Paul flapped his gums, and I still think that he killed a lot of our chemistry. I'm not going to fully blame him for the makeup of this team, or I'm not going to fully blame him for the way the Lakers are playing, because the effort is on them. But man, yeah, Ayton, I don't know. The whole spirit of laziness is infecting this squadron right now, and I don't know what's going on with that, but it's infecting us, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is at this point. I think there's blame all the way around. I think the coach has been very underwhelming as well, and he continues to stay stubborn, and he continues to not allow certain young players to flourish. I think Thero would have been a good energy guy and a physical guy to throw in here. I know he's sloppy. Sometimes he's still a rookie, but sometimes you got to gamble, man. You got cooked anyways.
You don't know the power of the Super Chat. Grateful the Empire is to your contributions. Together we shall crush the rebel scum once and for all. Thank you.
Isaiah Jordan, my guy, said, this is why I say Talking Hoops trade AR for some defenders. AR is a great fit, but it won't work. Switch Luka on Detroit with Cade. Wait, switch Luca on Detroit with Cade, and they are a top team in the league, not the East. We need to build around Luca. I agree with this. I would not trade Austin Reeves for role players. I when you have an all-star and potentially a really, really good player, you don't just flip him for role players that you can probably acquire in an off season or acquire for other pieces. You know what I mean? Like, I agree with you in the sense that we got to build around Luca, but I also think, you know, all the issues that the Lakers have this season are not going to get patched up in one trade deadline with one trade, right? I think you can fix some stuff and definitely propel us forward through the trade deadline, but I think a lot of it is chemistry, man. I like this team, even when they get the assist up, they also get the turnovers up to match it. So it negates a lot of the positivity. I said we needed over 25 assists. I didn't think we needed over 20 turnovers. So it's like if you're doing like a turnover per assist ratio, it's really bad. It's gonna hurt you, man. And again, this team is just not is not where it's at right now, man. We started earlier this season. The team that had effort were playing hard. It's not the same team. You cannot seriously sit here and tell me this is the exact roster. I know injuries have happened, but injuries were happened early in the year as well, right? So this is not new. You can't just say, "Oh, well, Dan, we're hurt. We'll be all right when Austin and everybody comes back." No, because early in the season we were giving full effort, man. We were giving full energy. We actually gave a damn. What happened since when I told you guys? I don't know, but all the effort, energy, and hustle and cohesion has went out of the door. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of sick of watching this new version of the Lakers. This new version of the Lakers, everybody can go. Like, I ain't defending nobody on the trade block as long as we get equal or better value in return. That's just how I'm feeling right now. Isaiah Jordan, thank you so much, brother, for the love you shown right here, right now. Appreciate it. My guy said, Dan, you've been speaking facts 100. You got to hold this team accountable, and y'all are tough to watch. We are. This is coming from a Thunder fan. You know we're tough to watch right now. It sucks, man. It absolutely sucks. But look, I think for sure this team is better than what we're showing. I don't know if we're going to see the good version of the Lakers again, or if it's going to take a trade to send a message or what. But right now it's ugly, man. We're only beating trash teams lately. We're beating dog water teams lately. You know, we're not beating the good teams right now. We're not beating the good teams right now. We're not. So, you know, it's horrible, man. D Free says, according to Cranges, JJ is now 12 games in a row not adjusting to defensive coverages LA has been losing to. The same coverages he said Ham figured out mid-game. We lose to the same schemes. I'm saying right now he's giving me a lot of Darvin Scam vibes. A lot of talking and a lot of, oh, we're not going to allow it. Oh, we're not going to stand for this. A lot of preaching out there. Not enough action, man. Not enough action. You know, the last couple coaches, the last couple years, I would call preachers without faith. They don't even believe what they be fucking preaching to the mainstream media. This guy said, we're no longer going to have these type of games. We can't have 51 more games like this. Guys, there was clips of guys joking around laughing during the practice that JJ said he was going to hold the team accountable. I don't know if it happened behind closed doors or whatever in the meeting, but we needed reports of them chewing each other out. We needed some serious, because sometimes when it gets like this, you really it needs to get really ugly before it gets good again. Right now, everybody's passive aggressive. Everybody's like, don't want to speak up. That's not leadership. I need Luka. He's the new leader of the team. I need him to start pointing the finger. I need him to start holding himself accountable, but holding others accountable as well. LeBron, also a leader on this team. Same. If you really care, there needs to be a players only meeting, first and foremost. We need to have that. Haven't heard of that. Right now, it's only the coaches orchestrating shit, which tells me the players aren't on the same team, man. They're not. They're not on the same page. You know, and yet JJ really eyebrow raising the way he's been managing this team lately. It sucks, man. It really does. He said, and saying that you've got a team with LeBron and Luka, but absolutely no shooting, even with a guy like Vando hits threes here or there, or Marcus or whoever, those guys have no gravity, and that matters. It matters, but it's still no excuses. You got LeBron, you got Luka. That's two MVP candidates of the past and one of the current future. And so they got to figure it out, man. Look, It wasn't even the threes that killed us tonight, man. We got killed in the paint. In the paint. We're supposed to have guys like LeBron. And I know he's not the same anymore, but points in the paint, there's a huge disparity, a 30-point disparity, bro. We lost by 22 points, and we lost the points in the paint battle 74-44. If anything, we're settling for way too many threes. Settling. That's on the coaching staff. They need to adjust. We have some size. It's not like we don't have Ayton down low we could throw it to. It's not like LeBron's not a slasher. Luka's a lot better when he gets to the rim and draws fouls. You know, obviously we miss Austin Reaves. He also does that a lot, but you shouldn't be getting fucking blown out by 30 in the paint. That just shows you how unphysical you are and how much you settle. There was a play in the fourth quarter when Luka pump fake, dribbled out to the three-point line and shot a contested three. My boy Bridges was like, was that the game plan the whole time to shoot a fadeaway contested three? We don't have a game plan. It's like JJ's just saying, give the ball to Luka or to LeBron and get out of the way. That's not going to get you very far, man. We need to draw up schemes and all that. That's a problem I have with Darvin Ham. And JJ, when he first became the coach, he was drawing up some wonderful plays. You know, the calls, the plays out of timeouts were nice to watch. Were really, really nice to watch at first. But I don't know if he's losing the locker room or what. He's not making adjustments at all, man. I don't know. We leave a lot to be desired still. My guy Isaiah says, last one, bro. Kleber is trash. We're going to be fine, though. Think about Maxey is, and this happens a lot. We acquire these players that are hurt, and they're never the same when they get here. Gabe Vincent, Kendrick Nunn, and now Maxey Kleber. These are dead weight roster spots. Need to be cut or traded. Simple. All right, and let's see again what our guy is made of, man. Let's see what Mark Walter is made of. I'm very curious to see if he takes an aggressive approach to trade deadline or a passive, more of a reserved, save my assets approach. I want to see. And also, again, we're going to relook at everything that we do in the summer as well. Like, we're really going to start analyzing how Mark Walter is approaching, you know, the game of basketball. We know he's an expert at building a championship team in baseball, a dynasty, not just a championship team. Can he replicate the same in basketball? That's obviously the question we have, and I believe in him, but he needs to give me something, you know, whether it's here during the trade deadline or both during the trade deadline, and even a bigger move or bigger move subsequently in the offseason. Regardless, right now we are very underwhelming, man. We end the year of 2025. We started off the season strong, and now we're starting to fall off a little bit. Solo says, I don't know why we keep hiring rookie coaches. Are we trying to win chips or not? Good point. But I think we know why he got hired. That was a clutch move. But Clutch will no longer have his clutches on this Laker team. I don't think they do anymore after Mark Walter bought the team. That's why you see a lot of disconnect. That's why you see Rich Paul run into the media to cry about how much of a better organization Miami only has not even a quarter of the championships we have is better than us. Like, that's really what it was. It was a dig at the Lakers because we didn't extend LeBron. That's really what it was. He's salty. They're salty. Clutch is salty. They're used to, you know, clutching onto the team and getting whatever they want. How many free agents did we have from Clutch? All these years that we had LeBron here. We had KCP. We had Montrezl Harrell. We've had all these players from Clutch come over here. Heck, we had a trade from Clutch. Obviously, Anthony Davis was with Clutch, and he got traded here. Right? So Clutch clearly has had his clutches on the Lakers for years, but I think, and then this is where you get the rebellion and the head bump between Rich Paul and the Lakers, is that he's not happy that we no longer have that relationship with Clutch where we're allowing them to manhandle us and do whatever. And so now we got to hold other people accountable because we can't blame Rich Paul no more. Right? Now we got to hold Mark Walter accountable, Rob Pelinka, these guys. They no longer, the only disadvantage of not having Clutch, have their clutches on you is you no longer have a veil to hide behind. Now everything's on you. The heat is coming towards you, you know, and you know, there's a benefit and there's also a curse, but I think it's a good thing. I would rather be making all the decisions if I was Mark Walter and, you know, have my own group of people that I want to hire. And I think that's coming too. I think eventually, I think Rob will be out of there. That was a genie bus hire. I think Mark will make his Mark Walter hire. And I hope it's somebody with experience. I hope it's like a Bob Myers. I hope it's like a Messiah Ujiri, somebody with experience in that department, because we have been hiring a lot of unexperienced. Solo was right about that. Laker Rice says, Sis says the real question should be, why the fuck did they extend him without at least seeing how good or bad he is for a couple of seasons. Yeah, again, the Lakers have been prisoners of the moment. They like the fact that JJ Redick had a 50-win season his rookie coaching year, so they're expecting a higher projection this year, and they're expecting an ascension. If he did that as a rookie season, but I agree with you. I don't know. I think Genie had given out a lot of premature extensions, including the Rob Pelinka one. A lot of premature extensions. So it just, I don't know, man. It's a lot going on with the Lakers. The good news is, it's gotten ugly before, and then it gets beautiful again. I can't wait till the Lakers are playing drama-free basketball without Rich Paul, without all these people in the media basically trying to control the narrative. Like it's gonna be nice. That's gonna be beautiful. And Luka, 8 turnovers. He has not had the last couple of weeks have not been good from Luka. That's just a fact. He needs to improve. I know he came off an injury. That's not an excuse. He already had a couple of games in. He should be good. He should be good to go. But yeah, it's not working right now. While Maxey was in that trade, not as a benefit for us, it wasn't just Max, AD, and a pick. Taking Maxey's money on is easily worth a first. So was Max. Well, yeah, that was one of the curses in the trade for sure that we had to absorb in order to get a great player like Luka. But I believe is he on an expiring contract or is it next year? Regardless, he doesn't have a lot of time left. And so we're gonna have some clean books relatively soon here. I think it's weird JJ got an extension before this season. You don't see that happen that fast often, especially for a rookie. I'm saying, man, the Lakers have been prisoners of the moment. He had a good rookie season coaching. Like he did a good job, but he was horrible in the playoffs. Let's not sit here and turn a blind eye to that. He was just egregious in the playoffs. He was just, it sucks, man. It sucks. He's a surprise we haven't had a press conference for Mark Walter. He's been very behind the scenes. He has been very, very behind the scenes, and I'm curious to see how assertive he's going to be, come the trade deadline. That's what I want to see. He did a great job with the Dodgers, so I have high hopes, and I have high expectations for Mark that he will continue the Bus family tradition of winning not just championships but building dynasties. That's what we expect here. We're a very spoiled fan base, and we expect the best of the best. But I think when LeBron does eventually either retire or leave, I think that's when you're going to see Mark Walter really make his aggressive moves because, we'll have a little bit more money space to work with. But what people don't understand is that cap that frees up from LeBron potentially leaving goes to the other free agents you're going to re-sign. The Austin Reaves of the world, potentially the Rui Hachimuras. So, subtracting LeBron, you're not going to feel that impact right away until we acquire that other star, right? So when people think that you're going to grab that $50 million contract and just hand it to another star, it doesn't work that way unless you're doing a trade, 1-for-1, right? This new CBA is very complex. I've been looking it over, and there's so many different stipulations and rules in there that prevent us from doing what we used to do, which is just throwing money at free agents and making the trades we want, So we still have to be very strategic. We still have to try to build through the draft. Like there's so much we can still try to navigate around, but it sucks, man. Let's see. That's a huge difference between this era, Kobe and MJ's era. No friends during the game. If teammates play ass, they will be yelled at them and hold them accountable. Yeah, it's a much softer era. I mean, when you have non-physical players like Curry being one of the top superstars in this era, that tells you exactly where the era has shifted to. Finesse. When you had James Harden dominating the league for so many years based off of his flopping, now you have to some degree that with Shea, with Luka, with certain players that love flopping, that they get a lot of points off of that. And when they don't get the calls in the playoffs, that's when they're in trouble. That is a cause for concern for sure for the NBA. So hopefully eventually we get some of that toughness out. We've heard the commissioner say some things we want to hear as far as, the fans are also fans of defense and, they want to shift a little bit more to that. But for the most part, man, it's just getting back to this game here tonight. The Lakers folded like a damn chair, and they better shed all their demons heading into the new year and start fresh. And I do believe it's going to take a couple of moves from Mark Walter to kind of set us back in the right path, how we started. Because we're right now, we are a completely different team. than we were when the season started. I don't care what nobody's. People are going to say, oh, we had easier competition. We also had injuries. Okay. We also had lots of injuries and we had lots of absences and we've had lots of obstacles and we overcame to a lot of them. We even built a 12 game over 500 lead, right? So again, this is not the same team, man. And Detroit, credit to them, their interior presence, they overwhelmed us tonight with dunks, layups from players like Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson. Even even the guy with the bloody mouth, what's his name? What's his name? Even that guy was hitting threes on us. That's how I knew the game was over, man. And the bench erupted. Again, that continues to be a problem. We don't get consistent effort from our bench. This is why trades have to be made, And so, I don't know, man. This team leaves a lot, man. It leaves a lot. And just frustrating, man. Just frustrating to see the Lakers come out like this and end the year like this. But I still have hopes that Mark Walter will get this team right. I don't know if it'll be this season or in the summer, but I hope it's this season because we still have a prime Luka. We got an end of his prime LeBron. We got Austin having a breakout year. If you can't put those things together and build around them, then it's gonna be hopeless, man. It's gonna be hopeless for Rob Pelinka especially. Right? I'll take a couple comments, questions, concerns, man, and then we're gonna move it into the new year, man. And we're gonna try to be more positive. I couldn't bite my tongue this game, bro. That was just despicable. Isaiah Stewart, thank you. Yeah. Once Isaiah Stewart hit threes, it was wraps, man. It was wraps for us. Let's see. Big Papa says, are JJ and LeBron on good terms? Is LeBron mad at JJ doesn't play Bronny minutes? I doubt it has anything to do with Bronny. I don't know if they're in good terms or not. I honestly don't know that. That's not a question. That's a question for LeBron, But I don't know. I don't know. Right now, JJ is making big promises that he can't keep. Talking about we're not going to have 51 more games like that. You just had another one. What is he going to say now? What is he going to say now? We're not going to have 50 more games like that? 40, 48 more games like that? Come on, bro. You can't say nothing after your team came at home and laid an egg in this fashion in the fourth quarter primarily. We had this game. We were trailing the entire game, but we were still within striking distance until the fourth quarter. Half the roster is free agents is going to be interesting. Yeah. And again, I think it gets really interesting in the offseason. That's why I'm not going to put too much stock into what we do this trade deadline, although I want it to be a positive one. And according to my source, the Lakers have been active. At least they've been inquiring a lot. But there's a difference between inquiring and active and actually execute. And they might not get to execute their master plan to the offseason. But again, we are going to gauge and see how Mark operates differently. Or is he still allowing Rob to do Rob things, right? We're going to find out. And time tells everything. Time tells everything. But the February trade deadline can't come quick enough because I want to see. I want to gauge to see what the plan is moving forward. Are they just going to mail in the rest of the season and wait for LeBron to ride off into the sunset? Or are they going to try to help us compete and win a championship sooner rather than later? TBD, right? But anyways, guys, this video was brought to you and sponsored by Underdog and Prize Picks, guys. You guys know promo code DTLF. I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight, for tapping in. It wasn't the most pleasant post game, but I think we got to vent a little bit, especially me. I do appreciate you guys' support, so please hit the like button on your way out, guys, if you will. That is going to wrap it up for me. Got tons of content. I'm not sure if my good friend Lou will be available tomorrow due to the holiday season. We've been spending time with our families, but if he is available tomorrow, then I will do an NBA coast to coast, and I will bring up a lot of these topics, tomorrow up. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If that does air, it'll probably air like at 11 a.m., maybe after. Okay. So appreciate you guys for your support. Seriously. And if I don't see you guys tomorrow for whatever reason, Happy New Year's, man. Have a happy holiday. Stay safe out there. Kimiko, you're the GOAT. Thank you so much for all your help and everything, guys. I think this may wrap it up for us here for 2025. But if I don't see you guys tomorrow, then I'll for sure see you guys in 2026. All right. Again, thank you guys so much. Signing off here, man. As always.